What's going on, everyone? It's the People's Envoy Updog here with you, and today we have Dark Dimension 8, the Global Hero section, which is the hardest section in DD8, in my opinion. And so I'll go over the team I used, I'll go over maybe other options, because this guy right over here at the end, a lot of people don't have. Hopefully looks like there might be some hope that we might be getting his shards soon. Free to play in a way, kind of, I guess. We will see about that, but so yeah, this is the team I took, and it was still, nodes are pretty hard. And so if you don't have Captain Britain, right now, I think the best route to go is like maybe Forge as a 5th, or you could drop Shuri and bring like Forge and Sunspot. I think that might work too. Hank is really helpful because he has a bunch of synergy with heroes. Nightcrawler has some good synergy, giving speed bar to not only extreme X-Men characters, but gives speed bar to the highest damage character who's not an X-Men too, so that's really nice. And then Black Knight is, Black Knight. He's nice to have, big, with Purple ISO, especially because of how Fortifier works with Purple ISO is really nice. So this is the team I went with. Those are your other options you can go with. Let's go show you how this first node is done. It is going to take quite a while, so hang in there. Alright, so we load in. Already we've got 35 out of 33 characters because of the bots. Now the main idea on this node is to control the Sentinels, and then if there's Omega Sentinels that drop, they gotta go. If you still have Sentinels on the field, you got to kill those Omega Sentinels before any other Sentinels, because she'll just heal everybody up. Or if there's other Orcus members in these nodes as well. So number one priority is always going to be Omega Sentinel. Then the other Sentinels, the regular Sentinels, that'll be their second priority. You'll notice that I did kind of control those hand sentries. So I did that because they will put everyone under stealth. So you can ability block them or stun them, make sure they don't do that. But so far we're making pretty good work here. The panda pools can get annoying. I think, if I remember right, there's like 3 panda pools that you could potentially get on the same wave or something. Or between one wave and then another wave dropping. So they can get very annoying. So we're just trying to work down those Sentinels. Now, it does take a very long time. It's kind of like the City Hero nodes, where it will take forever to take them down. Their health is ridiculous, but their damage really isn't that. I mean, they hurt, but they don't just wipe you, at least. The ult from Black Knight is really helpful because it takes away, or it does damage equal to his health pool, so that's a pretty good chunk. And then the other characters, well, Captain Britain's obvious. If you have him, it's obviously really nice because he has 2 stuns in his kit, the ult and the special, so that's nice. And the Shuri ult that you just saw there, you want to make sure you use that, if you can, when she has 5 charges, because that will do the most amount of damage. Oh, another nice part you just saw there from Captain Britain is his passive will clear buffs every time he takes a turn. Kind of like how Kang does the little flick a little bit. Kang doesn't clear buffs with that. He clears a few buffs, but not everything. So that's really nice from Captain Britain. So when Kang drops, you gotta kind of focus him out as much as possible. Try to avoid him taking or using his ult. And then you want to also try to focus on that Scientist Supreme because she can and will revive people. So, but I have helped other people with this section, not having Captain Britain. It takes a little bit longer, I would say, but it's not like a crazy difference. Like, it maybe is, I don't know, I wouldn't say double the attacks this took, because I think this node took me like 5 or 6 maybe attacks, something like that. But you know, if you run extreme, like the extreme comp that I had talked about at the beginning, it might take you 8 or 9 attacks instead of 5 or 6. So it's not too big of a deal. So there's the Kang ult that we were trying to avoid. So that was unfortunate. We do almost have the Scientist Supreme down, so that is one positive. So I think here I was trying to... Well, I'm stuck behind the Sentinel taunt, so that sucks. I would really like to get this Scientist Supreme down before she takes a turn. I don't know, I might die before... I might die before she... I don't know. No, it doesn't look like it. I was going to say, maybe I'll die before she takes a turn, but... If we can... Let's see, that was her special, so... Now she'll be on her basic for when we load in again on the next attack. So this is attack 1. We got... Technically, we got 1 down. We killed some bots. We killed... I don't remember who else we killed, but... We got a Kang to worry about. We got a Scientist Supreme to worry about. So buckle up. Here comes the next attack. Alright, so the second attack I did on stream, so it might look a little bit different, better, or maybe worse quality. I don't know. We'll see. But I do have this Shuri ult, and no Kang, no Scientist Supreme, so that's good. I guess I did kill 2 people in that first attack. That 32 from previous must have just been an extra bot. So right now we're going into the lower of the non-summoned Sentinels. It's a little bit hard to tell, obviously, from just looking at them, but you can look at their power number up here in the top right-hand corner. That'll tell you, you know, if their power number's bigger, that means they're a regular one. So now we go with the ult on this one Sentinel, trying to take him down. Getting really close. And Shuri's got 5 charges, and here comes an Omega Sentinel, and there's Kang again. So we're gonna, I think... Yep, there we go. We're gonna ult right onto Omega Sentinel. We do kill the one Sentinel, and the ult does a trauma ability block no matter what mode she's in. So that's great. We want to keep that Omega Sentinel locked down, like I said at the beginning. We also want to try and take out this Kang. He did ult, but he does do a lot of damage, so... Even though Kang is out there, we do also want to control that Sentinel too, so... Sentinels first. Anybody with the name Sentinel in their name, you control them first. Everybody else second. That's the moral of this section. Although there's not nearly as many in the second node, if I recall correctly, so... Oh, and there's Scientist Supreme popped in there too. She was hiding back there. So we gotta take her out too, so nobody revives. I tried the ability block. Oh, okay. The ability block from Black Knight did land. So you do have to be careful of that. He will not usually land that ability block on any of the Orcus members usually. That Scientist Supreme must have a little bit lower resistance. We have another Sentinel that pops in now after we take out that Scientist Supreme and the Kang. So remember the rule. Omega Sentinel first. Any Sentinel. Anybody with Sentinel in their name. Control them. See, she just healed everybody up. Although, she had heal block, so... She didn't heal herself up. That's really all not really all I cared about, but it's something that was very important in continuing on in this node. So now we're down to 2 characters left. We're just going to have to go on to the next attack. We'll just, well, we can only basic with Black Knight right now, so that's what we're going to do. Do as much damage on Omega Sentinel as we can. There's that Panda Pool again. I told you he gets annoying. Alright, so on to attack number 3. Alright, attack number 3, here we go. Omega Sentinel's halfway at half health. And we've got an Absorbing Man. We've got all the Sentinels taunting. Well, I guess just the bots. Hank's passive damage that he does that slap, that also comes in handy too. That's kind of why I think Hank is probably the one that you don't drop if you don't want to bring Shuri. I think that's why Hank is better to bring. So I got an ult with Black Knight, so we're going to use it on that Omega Sentinel. Drop her a little bit lower. So this right here is a good spot that we're in. We can kind of build up cooldowns a little bit. And also take out Omega Sentinel. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought this wave was just going to stay here. We got another, a couple dead pools added in, and maybe another death pool in there, so maybe we can't build up cooldowns. We still got to go hard at them. So basically just navigating around the taunts and getting to Omega Sentinel is really the key still. If you have to use a stun from Nightcrawler onto the Sentinels, that's fine because, you know, they have really good abilities that help with sustain as well as Omega Sentinel. So putting the stun on a normal Sentinel is not the end of the world. It's actually pretty okay. So once again, they've worked us down to only 3 people left on my team. At this point, we're just going to build up cooldowns as much as we can and get ready for the next attack. There goes Hank. And now they're really hitting into Nightcrawler. Those Death Pool specials are pretty devastating. Ooh, yeah, there goes Death Pool. Or, not Death Pool, Nightcrawler. There goes Nightcrawler. Usually Black Knight seems to be the last one standing. Whereas it was interesting in DD7 Global, he was usually the first to go. So maybe the double taunt, maybe the Captain Britain helps, you know, take the heat off of him, but we'll go into the fourth attack. Alright, so Mega Sentinels almost dead. Ooh, now we only have, what, 5 on the field? Looking pretty good. We'll get that safeguard out there from Hank. Onto the Illuminati characters. Finally kill the Omega Sentinel. The, oh no, looks like a Deadpool. The Death Pool that was in before she came in. Then we have a Hand Sentry again. So remember what I said. Just keep focusing on those Sentinels. Maybe try to control the Hand Sentry a little bit. So I've got this one Sentinel stunned, and he's getting pretty low. So, and he's got taunt. So it's like we can't really go anywhere else. But it's good that he's got the taunt here because now we can focus on him and get him out of there. Lost our Captain Britain. He seems to die. He seems to be the one that dies first in this section. Now here's where I used a Shuri ult with only 3 charges. It finally finished off that Sentinel. It did a lot of damage to the Death Pool. But we're still gonna... Well, I'm trying to finish off this Hand Sentry. There we go. He's down. So he won't be a problem. Now we're just gonna go into that other Sentinel. And see how much damage we can do with a 4-person team. So now we've got Sentinel and Death Pool left. I'm trying to kind of kill them or work them down evenly, so that way in case if I kill one in the wave drops, that way the other one will be almost dead. So that's kind of why I'm doing that here. And sure enough, Black Knight kills her off, and then a whole big wave pops in here. So let's let this... Okay, so just pausing it real quick. We have an Omega Sentinel. We have 2 Lady Deathstrikes and a Scientist Supreme. Another regular Sentinel. I can't tell who's there in the way in the back. I think it might be a Moonstone. But so she's not very important to worry about. But we do have a Gore as well. So, you know the rules. Omega Sentinel first. The rest of Orcus after that. Maybe not Lady Deathstrike. Maybe Scientist Supreme as well. Maybe she's a little bit higher priority than these Lady Deathstrikes. And then Gore is going to be a problem too. So the reason why Gore is a problem is because if you kill one of the... Well, any ally of his. So that includes the bots from Sentinel. If you kill 4 of them, I think it is, he gets 4. Once he gets 4 charges over here, then he starts using his passive, which will attack the highest... I can't remember if it's the highest damage or the highest speed bar, but anyway, he'll attack one of your characters and put ability block on them. So definitely not fun to have that happen to you all the time. So that's kind of why he's a little bit of a higher priority as well. And our team is slowly falling just because of the sheer amount of enemies we have. We're technically a little more than halfway through as far as enemies go here. I don't see any bots to inflate that number, so yeah, oh, here comes a bot here, but essentially halfway through, and we'll be on our 5th attack. Alright, here we go. 5th attack. We got Captain Britain back. We have a Shuri ult, and she has 5 charges, so I'm going to go ahead and ult onto the Gore. That does kill whoever's next to Gore. Hopefully it wasn't a bot. Oh, it was a bot. Okay. But it also looks like it also killed the Scientist Supreme, too, so that was worth it. That was a good trade-off. Giving the Gore a charge, but killing Scientist Supreme, I call that a win in my book. And then, with this... When this loaded in, the Lady Deathstrike, she was over here, but then she moved over there. Not a big deal. But going into the Omega Sentinel, let's see how we can, how long it takes us to work her down here. I don't know how many minutes I fast forward into the recording that I took here, but it's been at least probably 3 or 4 minutes. We finally got a Lady Deathstrike down. Omega Sentinel, she's about, I don't know, 80% health. Gore's about 75 to 80%. We do almost have the other Lady Deathstrike down, too. But, like I said, it takes a long time. They have a big health pool. They do some decent damage, but you can get through it. It just takes a long time. This is a test of patience in this Dark Dimension, for sure. So it looks like the next wave drops as soon as you get to 12 enemies, or maybe it's like 5 enemies left on this wave, the wave we were just on. We get another Kang in there, that's not great, especially when we still have an Omega Sentinel with that much health. I go in for the big swing of the sword there. It did okay. Wish it would have done better, but we're still going hard into her. We gotta try and control that Kang a little bit too before he gets too out of hand. There we go. We had Omega Sentinel. There she is. She's half health now. She's not flying up in the air anymore. That's when you know she ever dropped below 50%. Kang is gonna do his thing. I think at this point I'm thinking, since there's only 4 left, we just had a Panda Pool ult there, steal our health. I think at this point I'm probably thinking if I can just draw that Kang ult out, then I'll call this a win and we'll go into the next attack. And hopefully be able to one-shot the rest of this. Or 1 or 2 more shots, I would say. And hope that Sentinel or Omega Sentinel does not take a turn. That's another important factor. But yeah, looks like Kang's about to go. Put some more damage on the Omega Sentinel. Gore's using his passive. Here comes the ult. Kang, just put us out of our misery, please. Still trying to go after that Omega Sentinel. Just doing as much as I can on her. And then I was hoping, I was like, oh man, please kill. One of the only times you say, please kill me, is in Dark Dimension. Alright, so back in on attack number 6. Nobody was held back from that last, at the end of that attack. Sometimes that happens. So we've got the full squad to go against here. Luckily I had a Nightcrawler ult, so that is really helpful. Especially on a fresh wave when all those Orcus members have the immunity and everything. And then you can flip the immunity and put slow out there. It's really nice. We stun the Sentinel. And we've almost got, we've got Kang at half health. We've got Gore at half health. So we're making decent progress. Go ahead and stun the Gore. So I see Omega Sentinel's speed bar isn't that high. And she's just about dead, so I'm not too worried about her anymore. She should either die from like a Hank or Captain Britain passives, or maybe a basic from Nightcrawler here, or not. I got the ult from Shuri, 5 charges. This ought to kill that Omega Sentinel. It does. We still got a long ways to go on that other Sentinel, though. But we go ahead and do the Hank ult to get damage on everyone. Almost get that Hang out of there. Now we've got a couple more hand sentries to deal with. Gotta get them slowed at least. At the minimum slowed. It'd be nice to get ability block or something on them, but we're also getting close on this Gore, too. So we're gonna special on with Shuri onto him. And try and take Kang out here. Yep, there we go. So we got slow on the hand sentries. They are getting close to taking a turn. We only got 7 enemies left, so I think this is my last attack, if I remember right. Let's see. Yeah. Everybody on the field is what's left, so pretty sure I finish it off with what we got here. Overall, the node is, like I said, tests your patience. It kind of tests your knowledge on what Orcus does and what your characters do, how you can control them with what you have on your side. It was a nice puzzle, but kind of an annoying one because of all the huge health pools and how long it took to get through them. So overall, even with the amount of time investment in this node, it was still pretty good, I'd say. So now that we're down to 2, I'm just gonna build up abilities, try and spread the damage as much as I can. Although now we're doing quite a bit of damage because there's only one character too, so we're not gonna have cooldowns built up as much as I'd like. But hey, that's the thrill of Dark Dimension. So I'm going to the second node. Okay, so into the second node, it starts off with a Gore, 2 Gores actually, a Kang, 2 Pandas, Deadpool and Deathpool. So basically the targets are going to be Gore and Kang for now. And then Kang does open up with his ult, so watch out for that, because here it comes. Not a very nice way to start things off, but it is what it is. It's something you gotta overcome. He doesn't have a lot of health though, so that's a nice part. We already got him at half health. And like I said, my cooldowns are not great. So there goes Kang. So since we killed the Kang, we have the pleasure of having another Death Pool join us and an Icarus. So now it's going to be about controlling those Gores and controlling that Icarus and killing the Icarus. We need to make sure we kill the Icarus because there will be a Cersei that drops if you kill a few more other enemies. So that's the priority to work on for now. Oh, and I apologize, the coloring is really weird. I think it has to do with the graphics update that we had, but this coloring is really, I don't know, really weird for this stage. And you may not be able to get to the Icarus because of the Panda Pool, so just be cautious of that. Icarus probably will ult. He ulted on me. It didn't do nearly as much damage as that just did with Gore. But, yeah. So at least he's used his ult. And like I said, make sure you kill that Icarus before that Cersei drops, because then it gets nasty. So we got Nightcrawler and Black Knight left. We're just going to build up abilities. Get ready for the second attack. So as I was trying to build up abilities, Icarus bled out and a Sentinel dropped in. So it doesn't get any better. So we're going to have to focus on that. Well, still the Gores and now a Sentinel. But we'll show that in attack number 2 here. Alright, so like I said, let's see, Shuri's only got 1 charge, so we probably need to let her build that up a little bit more before we ult. So we go ahead and special on the Gore. And Hank's ult definitely comes in handy here, flipping all those buffs on the Sentinels. Then I go ahead and ult on the Gore, stun him. So we're getting some good control out there. Killed some bots. Let's see how this goes. Oh, there goes a Gore. Okay, here comes the Cersei. Here comes another Sentinel. This is exactly why you don't leave Icarus alive, because Sentinels will come in. If you have Icarus alive, you won't be able to get to him. Cersei comes in. It'd just be a nightmare. So. And then, like I told you at the beginning of the video too, these Panda Pool, I knew it. I thought I remembered correctly. We got these 3 Panda Pools right here. Really annoying. But get around them. Kill the Cersei, because in Dark Dimension she has some of those special extra added abilities. So you need to make sure you control her, and then the Sentinels as well. So we spent a few minutes attacking here. We're down to what we have on the screen here. One tip I did want to mention is if you get one of the Sentinels, one of the normal Sentinels, down to yellow health, I would just keep on hitting into them, systematically eliminating them one at a time, because spreading the damage just isn't really going to help you with them because their health pools are so big. We only have 3 people left on the field. We have a Old Man Logan coming up soon, so you do want to kind of try to use this time though. Maybe not spreading the damage is the wrong plan of attack here, because you do want to kind of build up your abilities or save some of your abilities. Like I have that Shuri ult ready to go, so you have your ults ready, or your specials, or whatever you can do to control the Old Man Logan and focus fire him down as soon as possible, because that'll only just help you in that next wave. Alright, so we finish up that last Sentinel. The next wave drops. I guess it wasn't the Old Man Logan wave, but he is coming up very soon. So we got an Icarus and a Cersei, a Kestrel. Docking can be a bit of a problem, so I would probably focus on the Eternals here. And docking Kestrel, it wasn't really much of a problem for me that I remember. We'll let the video play and see, but yeah, those were the problems. And then once you get past them, work on the Sentinel, unless Old Man Logan drops. So we'll see how this plays out here. I did ult with Shuri onto Cersei, just because Cersei, when she ults, she will flip negative effects. So that's why we'll trauma ability block her, so she can't do that. Icarus, if he was not stunned, he would flip that ability block if it didn't have trauma on it. So you do got to keep that in mind. But yeah, her ult trauma ability block is amazing, and Icarus is almost dead because of the damage from that ult. Alright, so at this point we got the Cersei out of there. We are trying to start to slowly work on docking. Panda Pool is being a pain in the butt. And then we still got to worry about that Sentinel over there. And I'm thinking Old Man Logan's going to be showing up here soon too. Making a house call. So it looks like when 20 enemies remain, the Old Man Logan, and he brought a Kang with him to the party. So not ideal, but we're gonna go into him as hard as we can. Shuri basic will do a slow and a defense down, so that's pretty powerful. I did choose to go with the ult from Nightcrawler just to flip all those buffs, put slow on everyone. Old Man Logan did his special there, so now he's got the safeguard immunity. So now I'm going to try and switch gears a little bit, go into that Kang. I did stun the Doc, and he's almost dead. Old Man Logan ults, which really hurts. Ooh, Nightcrawler and Shuri just fell over because of Old Man Logan, but luckily Dakin died. We got 2 Scientists Supreme that spawn in. I'm going for the Sentinel here. I probably should have went for Kang, because, yeah, he's ulting now. Maybe I'm just... I don't know. Yeah, I'd go for Kang. Don't do what I did. Go for Kang. Maybe I thought he ulted already. I don't know, but... we're setting ourselves up pretty good for the next attack. I think it's attack number 3, maybe? Alright, so here we go. The next attack, we're trying to figure out what we need to do to take out this Old Man Logan. We got the 2 Scientist Supremes now. And we got a Sentinel over there. He's just about dead, so he's not too much of a problem. So we do go with the ability block on Old Man Logan. We got another Dakin that joined the party too. Might as well. Almost got that Scientist Supreme out of there. That was... apparently these ones don't have as big a health pool. Punch that Old Man Logan. He's half health now. But he's going to... I think that's the ult. Yeah, I think that's the ult he just did. We got the ult from Black Knight. We're going to swing into the Dakin. Takes him down pretty good. I like that. That's another thing with Old Man Logan. If you let a bunch of bots out there, then you're going to want to not have that happen. You're going to try and want to get that Sentinel down, because Old Man Logan will assist on those bot turns as well. So, went with the stun with Captain Britain. I wasn't sure if it was going to land, because if Old Man Logan is above 50%, he doesn't get stunned, but the stun applies after the damage is applied. So luckily I did drop him just below 50% to stun him. As you saw there, we finished him off rather quickly. And we are waiting for this last wave to pop in here. I think I just build up abilities here, and... or not. Maybe I was using... oh yeah, I was using that for the heal, yeah. So maybe we get a... I think the next wave won't come in until we take out this Sentinel, so... I'm going to fast forward a little bit, because that part's not going to be as entertaining. Alright, so here we go. The last few blows on the... oh, there he goes. He fell over. Last wave coming in. We got Gore, Kang, Eternals, Sentinel, 2 Panda Pools. So we're going to ability block special with Shuri into Gore. Now, Icarus will clear the ability block on any ally's turn, but he has to take his turn before he does that. So Gore goes actually before Icarus, so that's why I chose Gore in that situation. We stun the Cersei again so that she doesn't flip those negative effects on everyone. Icarus bounced back, but luckily he doesn't have offense up. Hank's looking not so great. He does have safeguard, so he might survive an Icarus ult here. I don't remember if Icarus does get that off. Nope, he does not get a double tap. Okay. Oh, now we got people falling over. We got the ult from Icarus. I think we want to try and draw the ult from Cersei. Yep, there we go. That's fine. If we can draw the ult from Kang, that'd be even better. Here it comes. So now we're set up for a really good attack number 4. Should be able to finish everything off from there. Oh, there's a special from Icarus, even better. So we should be in good shape for one more attack to finish this off. Alright, attack number 4. Now, Icarus and Cersei, you kind of have to watch them, but I think it's a little bit more important now to kind of control the Gore and maybe kill that Kang. Then go back over to the Eternals, because Sentinel's not going to be a problem. He doesn't have any Orcus members with him. So he's just going to be annoying. Panda pools are going to be annoying. Sentinels are going to be annoying. You just really want to go after the characters that are really going to hurt you, which is going to be the Gore. The Kang should fall pretty quickly. His health's not that great. And then the Eternals are going to hurt you. So those are the targets to finish this off. Alright, so just a little bit of a check-in here. We've got Icarus down with that ult with Nightcrawler. We almost got Cersei down. We did get the Kang out of there too, so still controlling that Gore. Still keeping an eye on Cersei. It's going to be over here real quick. Alright, down to the last one. There you have it. There we go. We did it. So, there you have it. It was 6 attacks on the first one, 4 on the other one. I can't remember if I talked about the second node at the beginning, but only 10 attacks. Like I said, if you don't have Captain Britain, you use one of those other characters I was talking about, or a different combination. I still think you can get probably through with maybe 15 to 20 at most, for sure. Between the 2 nodes, not just this one node. 20 attacks at the most. If you follow my advice here in this video, shouldn't be a problem. You know, we're always getting new characters in this game, so that is always going to change, hopefully for the better. Because if it's not getting easier with newer characters, then something is going wrong. But hope you found this helpful. Make sure you spend those resources wisely, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.